This is going to be very difficult for me because I use a lot of time trying to get a point across. But the title of this is called A Political Debate. I'm just curious, is that an oxymoron? It seems to me it's more of an argument about the philosophies. And I hate to boil this down too simply, but conservative or liberals. And that's where I would kind of like to narrow this into. Right up front, I'm a conservative. Yes, I watch Fox News, and I do also watch CNN, and I try to tune into MSNBC once in a while, just to get a across-the-board view of things. And my personal bias is based on news, historical information, and the current actions and results of what people say, and more importantly, what they do. Now, for me, a conservative is somebody who, at least for myself, let me speak for myself. I like small government. Well, I don't like the government to be in every little portion of my life. I don't want it to tell me what to eat, how to live my life in my own home. I guess in New York they're telling people about not drinking pop or something like that. There's a place for government, and I just don't want it in every corner of my life. It's quite simple, and it can be. It has a lot of details to that belief system, which I don't have the time to go into. I'd be happy to. And, small government doesn't mean that throw out the environment or the welfare system. I mean, the environment's important. We should take care of it. But when is the environment more important than people? Or growth of a nation? I mean, should we not cut down trees because there's a spotted owl there? And according to evolution, the strong survive. If a species is fading out, are we supposed to go to extremes to keep it? Most likely, eventually, they're going to fade out on their own. I just can't see putting things like that in front of people. And welfare system, we need it. We have to have it. There's a lot of people out there that are in need. I just don't like the abuse of it, or people who use welfare as a source of income, as their vocation. And I used to be on welfare, and I know a lot of people. So there's a very short abbreviation of conservative. And liberals, I hate to speak for them because I'm not one, but to boil that down, I would say they're into equality for all. Okay? Well, they like big government. They like government to take care of things. And I think that philosophy, they truly believe it's right. I don't think we were founded that the government should be doing everything. By the way, this conversation is by Alaskis and myself getting into a little debate. And I really want to keep this civil. Let's don't name call. Let's don't, I should probably throw out more facts, but this is the beginning. We'll see where it goes. Okay, Obama, he wants to share the wealth. This is from his website or his comments. That's what he wants to do. He thinks the rich should be taxed more to help others. But sharing the wealth, it just doesn't make sense to me. If I work very hard and I make a lot of money, I feel it's appropriate for the government to tax me, but to just pass it out as the government sees fit, I don't like it. I just don't like it. You work hard to get a reward, and you deserve it. why. There was an analogy, you have to Google it or something, about somebody gave the example of students in a class, if they studied real hard, half of them, and the other half didn't study at all. And after the tests were done, the teacher decided to grade on a curve. So those that didn't study at all ended up passing. They got a C. And those who studied very work. What's the point of that? What's the purpose? What's the drive to keep those people who studied real hard to keep continuing? This doesn't seem to be any incentive there. Maybe a bad analogy, I don't know. And Obama believes with the big government, government knows better. Okay? They like more entitlements. The federal employees have grown under Obama 6.2%. So it's an actual fact that the government has grown fiscally with people. And, at this point, 20% of earners already pay 2/3 of federal taxes. 2/3. That's quite a bit. And just to let me wrap up here with some thoughts. Obama, he wants to have, he likes to protect the environment. That's okay. But when do you start and stop putting the environment before people? He says he's for energy, but yet I don't see it. And this is from his website. And Mitt Romney, the reasons I'm for him is, these are generalizations: energy independence, trade that works for America, instead of letting China get all the benefits under their unfair trade agreements. It just isn't right. Also, he wants to champion small business. That's where we got our wealth, the mix of people and the entrepreneurship of everyone who wants to take that gamble of their time and money to succeed. I go with them people. That's where I land. And he wants to cut the deficit. That's huge. Cut the deficit. How can you keep spending? You have to stop somewhere. We're going to have to suffer. Some of us are going to have to suffer. I don't like the thought. I don't make that much money now. I should be retired, but I'm 65 and still working. But I'm willing to pay a price for my children and grandchildren. And we just can't keep spending like this. It just can't be done. Well, all I ask is response, and maybe me and you can actually start a civil conversation, and I hope people will join in. Don't need name calling. Specifics would be good. And sometimes I think there's experts on both sides. I don't think we're ever going to change each other's mind. But maybe what can benefit from it is we can get an understanding of why people think the way they do and why they want to proceed with their vision for America and human beings. So here's hoping to a political debate that will be honest, forthright, and most of all, peaceful. See you guys.